Hi guys, welcome back to Bay and welcome to the third video Bay, and today we'll be talking about moisturizer. So that this is the last procedure in the CTM series that I've been doing. So yeah, so moisturizations. So why moisturization is very important for skin? Because skin as such, it has sebum that helps keep it hydrated, but sometimes because of hormone changes in the body or other factors like environment, etc., you either produce too much or too less. So that's when your skin gets patched, and if you are producing too much, there is a chance of breakouts. And if you are producing very less, then there is a chance of getting your wrinkles first earlier than anyone else, and you get dry flaky skin and wrinkles and fine lines, etc. So for moisturization, especially why it is important is that you are giving a boost to the natural process of your skin externally. So that helps a lot in keeping either the wrinkles or the breakouts at bay. Both oily and normal skin, even if you belong to oily skin, very oily skin, you still need a moisturizer. Sorry. So very important even for oily skin. So you just need to know what kind of moisturizers you need to choose depending on the skin type. And also, if you want to know what kind of skin you have, so let's say you just washed your face and just put a toner like a regular rose water toner, and then you left it at that, and by like 3 or 4 hours you get oily right here, and you don't feel anything oily here, and your skin feels dry to touch, and that is the best example for combination skin. So oily T-zone and dry cheeks and other areas, so that is combination skin. And if you are oily all over, like here, everywhere, that's so you are basically oily skin. And if it's dry everywhere, you see dry patches showing up, you become fair all of a sudden, like when your skin gets drier and drier, because of the dryness, it tends to lose the blood in it, and the dead skin cell on top will become paler, and that's when you become like fairer. Just saying. So that's how you identify skin types. So now that you know what kind of skin type you are, let's go to what kind of moisturizers you would need and what will be the best. And I have some recommendations myself. I belong to normal skin, and a very slightly oily T-zone in the summers. Like this entire part gets quite oily in the summers, and in winters I do get dry. So according to that, I change my moisturizers. I prefer more gel based moisturizers throughout the year. Also depends on the environment, because I stay at quite a hot place and predominantly hot place throughout the year. So it doesn't make sense just because the month is coming doesn't mean the winter is coming. It's not like that. I stay at a predominantly hot place, so I prefer gels throughout the year. Almost like hardly a month or two for me is a winter. So yeah, so even you need to keep that in mind when you're choosing your moisturizers, because I have heard people complain that even though they are using the best thing out there, they are still not getting any result. It's because you're not considering the environment that you're living in. So yeah, keep that in mind. Now coming to oily skins, I would definitely always recommend gel based sunscreen, gel based moisturizers, because they tend to cool you down, and since they are water based, you're not adding any oil to your skin excessively, and that will help you control the sebum, and it will help you with the breakouts and everything. So yeah, so for oily skin, gel based. Coming to combination or even normal skin, you can still go for a gel based moisturizer, but I would recommend you have a humectant in it, like either hyaluronic acid or a glycerin based water based gel. Yeah, that's too long. So combination skin will need a little humectant in it, because since you are not producing as much as sebum as an oily skin person, you will need externally you need to have a humectant, and top apply a light, very light moisturizer. You can use these kind of moisturizer where they are like, you know, gel cream, like they have a gel kind of texture but they are a creme. So you can try that kind of moisturizers. And for dry skin, you need a really nice buttery emollient kind of moisturizers to keep the skin nice, plump, and, you know, hide the wrinkles at the base. So yeah, going with that. For oily skin, I would recommend this one, Indus Valley Brightening Depigmentation Gel. This is I got this on a recommendation of FitTuber, and I have been loving the texture. It's, I don't know why he recommended this, but because there is a fragrance in it, I'm not sure it's a good thing, because I don't know, because they don't mention fragrance in the ingredient list. Just a second, let me check that out. I don't know what, it's not there anywhere. Yeah, ingredient list, there is no mention of any fragrance, but you just get, it almost smells like it, like others, like not even I would not call you, if you get jasmine scents, it smells like that. So I'm not sure if that is a natural smell, because there isn't, I can't find any even jasmine essential oil or anything like that in this. So I'm a little I don't know, skeptical about the smell part. But this is a really good moisturizer for oily type skins, and it does give a glow afterwards when you like apply over a period of time. You need at least a month of continuous and regular application. When I say regular, I mean day and night application of this to see any result, positive results. It will not tackle any darkness around the chin or something like that. No, it will not tackle that, but it will tackle your acne spot. I did have a spot here, and it did lighten it a little, and not exactly acne spot, I just got one zit during PMS, so that left a scar, and this did lighten that one up. So yeah, it does work, but you need to be careful about the smell. Definitely do a patch test. You just cannot skip on a patches just because I recommended it, and or FitTuber recommended it. I do patch test for each and every product that I buy right here, so that I know whether it suits me or not. This is a really good brightening gel. You can use it just like that, or you know, you can use it along with a serum of your choice. For dry skin people, I would recommend any good vitamin C, because vitamin C is like a universal serum. It can suit anyone, like there is no person on this earth that cannot, the vitamin C cannot suit. It just needs, you just need to work out what kind of formula you like. So some like just straight on good pure vitamin C serum, some like with niacinamide in it. Like it needs you cannot have a niacinamide serum on top of a vitamin C serum. Don't use it like that. But if it is formulated into the product itself, it is safe to use, because they have done the research and did it like that. So yeah, so a vitamin C serum along with this will work wonders for oily skin. My next recommendation for oily skin and to combination skin is Rustic Art Aloe Vera Papaya Gel. Now this particular product, it's completely fragrance free. They have amazing ingredients in this, but I will caution you on this. This does sting immediately upon application till it dries. It will not break you out, but it will sting like you have applied any peel or something. It's not on that peel level, but it will sting. So you be really careful. Sensitive people, please stay away from this. I would not recommend it for you. But yeah, combination and oily skin types can use this, but do a patch test. Make sure you are okay with the sting, and then only go ahead. This, oh my god, this gives such a gorgeous glow on the skin. It's like almost gold. at the day after. I mean, I love this one. This one is like gem. If only the sting part, I don't know, Rusticard, if you're looking at this video, please try to do something about the sting part. I don't know if it could be the papaya extract in it. It has a very very high percentage of niacinamide also. I mean, niacinamide is the second ingredient in this, so that is though. So usually the first five ingredients are like the top higher percentages. So I'm like, and you can almost see there is like, you know, you can see that white patches all around. You see that? Yeah. So that means there is a lot of niacinamide in niacinamide, sorry, in it. And niacinamide is very good for oily skin, but this doesn't dry out it. So I was saying niacinamide is very good for oily skin or any kind of acne prone type of skin. But since it stings, I'm a little skeptical to suggest it for sensitive oily skin types. So keep that in mind when you're buying this. This is quite budget friendly. You get around 100 grams of product for 300, which is a really good deal, by the way. For the work it does, it really will even out your skin tone really well. You will notice the difference within 1 week of consistent application. But I would not suggest you use this with any active in your skincare apart from a face wash. If you have an active in your face washes, that's or cleansers, that is fine, but don't go with any serums, because this also has niacinamide at a very high or like what you say concentration. So I would not recommend this with any kind of other active ingredients. Like, don't use this and then a serum and then a toner and then a cleanser. I would keep it only this. So you can just cleanse your face with a regular cleanser, put a rose water toner and this in the night, sleep it off. You will find your skin thanking you in the morning. Yeah, so that's it. And for oily skin, I would also recommend just plain aloe vera gel, if you are okay with that, because few people are sensitive to aloe vera gel. But I love aloe vera gels. I am not sensitive to it. And yeah, if you are okay with that, you can use this. This is the Kazima aloe vera gel. You can see how big that is. Yeah, so this is the Kazima aloe vera gel, and this is also a really good gel. I really love the consistency. It is completely clear and completely fragrance free. There is no fragrance at all. You cannot smell anything. And the ingredient list also is really nice. Very low, very less ingredients compared to any other gel I've seen. And the quantity, of course, you can see it's a really big tub, and this retails for 235 rupees for 250 grams. I mean, it's not even 1 rupee per gram, so that's amazing. I use this right when I apply my skin. Immediately after appellation, you put this on, you will not get any bumps on your skin. Your skin like calms down immediately. I even put this on when I have any problem with my skincare, like I surprisingly get a rash or something when I apply a new product. I put this on, it calms down immediately. I love this gel. This is my third type, if I am not wrong. I put this on my baby, like he's 4-year-old. I put this when he scratches in his skin too much, and I put this on his rashes and everything. So this works amazing, really amazing. Now, so coming to combination skin and oily skin, that is the thing. So now normal and dry skin types. So normal skin, you don't need, you can use a gel if you're okay with that, and you can like top it up with an facial oil in the winter time, like if it's too dry for you in your place. But you can just use a light moisturizer, a regular, not too emollient moisturizer, but a light moisturizer. So it will help you out in the moisture part. For that, I would like to talk to you about Urban Botanics Advanced Skin Radiance Cream. This is 30 grams the tube, and it retails around, I think, 350 rupees. I will put a link down in the description box for the cream. apart from that, it is such a small tube. It is such a gorgeous formulation. I mean, like, this is the only cream in the till now that has managed not to, you see how easily it disappears into it, but that's it. See that? It has sunscreen in it. They don't mention how much SPF. So this is the kind of cream you can use when you're indoors, where you don't need much sun protection in your skincare during when you're indoors. So just a very slight low sheen, you would say. Apart from the problem that it is too small for the price they are offering for, it is a gorgeous cream, and I'm not sure about the radiance part and all that. I use it only for that. I use it underneath the sunscreen for the moisture. This is most suited for people with combination skin or dry skin. Oily skin, stay away from this. This does tend to get oily as the day goes on, so you don't need this kind of cream for oily skin. But yeah, combination skin and dry skin people will love this kind of formulation. If they only make it big, I would definitely come back to this. I am trying other moisturizers. This so I don't think I will pay that much for a 30-gram tube. And you know, it does have fragrance, so keep that in mind. And coming to super dry skin, you can use moisturizers. The one I just suggested also is a good one, but a facial oil actually works the best for super dry skin. And for that, I would suggest this one. This is the Vasu Kumkumadi Tailam for radiant skin. This I have been using, I think, right now for almost 5, no, even not even 5, I would say even longer, because I discovered this when I was around 20 or something, and now I'm like 31, so very long time. And I've been using every winter this one. It just removes your tan away. It is Kumkumadi Tailam with almond oil base, so this is non-comedogenic. It will not clog your pores. I prefer using this with just a tiniest drop of plant-based glycerin. So I was talking about the Vasu Kumkumadi Tailam. This retails for, I think, 150 or something, and this is a 50 ml bottle, and you just need like 3 to 4 drops of this and just 1 drop of a plant-based glycerin. This is the Skin Cosmetics organic glycerin, completely plant-based, and this is a really good glycerin. I use it regularly for body oils. Even I just put 2-3 drops of this into the body oil and then apply it on my skin. That works really well for me because I have too dry skin on my body. I get really itchy and flaky skin on my body, so that's how I like using oils. And this particular oil works amazing with glycerin. I have seen the glow the next day is unbelievable. So you can, when I say I've been using for 10 years, so you can, that itself speaks how much I love that product. And yeah, so these are my recommendations for moisturizers. I have a lot of other moisturizers coming up. I will definitely review each and every moisturizer I own and I love and I keep using. I have 2 facial oils. I'll be reviewing facial and body oil products that is a recent launch from a brand. I will definitely review that in full detail, because I didn't want to include in this one because they deserve a video of their own. So yeah, that's it for the video, guys, and thank you very much for coming. If you like, please do comment in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.